Deshaun Watson's suspension will end in about 5 weeks. I don't believe we've spoken to you since the settlement. Are you satisfied that he is meeting the terms at this point, the conditions that were laid out for him? And what is your response to another lawsuit that was recently filed against him?
The answer to your first question is yes. He's followed all of the terms of the agreement. As far as any additional, we obviously will follow all of those. If there's new information, we will take that into consideration. But we'll see as time goes on.
Good news for Deshaun Watson. He's complying with the various terms and conditions of his suspension, treatment, evaluation. I remember having a concern early on when the deal was announced, and he almost immediately said, I stand on my innocence, that if he doesn't get the message about what he did wrong, what behaviors need to change, what the merit was in the claims being made against him, where the problems arose, he's not going to get reinstated. But it sounds, Chris, based upon what Roger Goodell had to say yesterday, he's figured it out, he's complied, and he's doing everything that he has to do to change, to improve, and to ensure that similar issues won't arise in the future.
Yeah, it's good to hear. I mean, it is, and hopefully he's in the process of getting his life in order and realizing what he did wrong and all of that. And, yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm happy to hear that. I certainly am. And, you know, the Cleveland situation's interesting altogether. I mean, when you just put it into football terms, too, Cleveland's a team that's sitting there at, 2-4? Really should not be 2-4. Crucial mistakes and big moments, bad managing of the football game. I mean, we were sitting here, a few weeks ago going, man, Cleveland looks kind of good. It could be a question here when Deshaun Watson gets back. Will they definitely just hand the job over to him? But now with the way it looks and the current state of the football team and where their schedule's going, you know, they should be one of those teams like you talked about with the Giants, the Jets, the Vikings that put some wins in the bank early on. And, you know, they could deal with some of the tough parts of the year. Now they're in danger of like, oh, crap, the year could fall apart. Ravens, Bengals, Dolphins, Bills, Bucks, you know, Texans, Bengals, Ravens, Saints. Well, that's their next slot of games. Like, wow, that's a tough schedule. I don't know what they're going to look like when it's all said and done.
But if they can hang around the fringes of the conversation until Week 13, when Deshaun comes back for the final 6 games, they fit the profile of a team that could make a push late. You look at those final 6 games, they could make a push late to get to the postseason, and Deshaun Watson will have had 6 games under his belt by then. Who knows what happens if and when that occurs. But Week 13 at the Texans is when he's due to come back, and the Browns just trying to hold it together and win as many games as they can. It was after that Steelers game where we thought they're moving in the right direction. And that's when we started having the conversation, could they possibly decide to stick with Jacoby Brissett? How many wins would it take to stick with Jacoby Brissett?
Right.
And obviously 2 out of 6, not nearly enough for that conversation. But it looks like he'll be back Week 13. And as to the lawsuit that was filed last Thursday, which alleges the same kind of conduct that was the subject of the other claims, it was something that happened well before August of 2022. And the argument will be, from Watson's camp in the NFLPA, that anything that happened before August of 2022 cannot be the subject of further discipline. It would have to be completely different misconduct or similar misconduct happening since the signing of that settlement agreement. That's the only way the NFL can take further action against Deshaun Watson. Any massage therapy misconduct pre-August 2022, no matter how many lawsuits are filed, that's already been the subject of punishment. He cannot be punished again. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.